All right, we are on the air. Hi, everybody. Today we have Veronica and Chad, and we're going to be talking about Veronica's dream she had and going into that, going into some of the details, and maybe help her if she needs help. But right now, she's going to be talking about the dream she had last night. So, you want to go ahead and share anything you want to, both you guys. And then if we have time, we can do the card reading or whatever you want to go into.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Mm-hmm.
me on. Thank you, Chad. We had a lot of problems on my um, show, and
Mm-hmm.
laptop is gone. So anyway, I went to sleep thinking about Max. I'm like, is he gonna come back? Because I know he told us he's not coming back, and I always tell everybody I'm not coming back either. Um, I went to sleep here, and then I wake up, and I'm getting ready to go to bed there, and it's a wooden, like it's all wooden place. We have bunkers, but it's I have my own little room, and it's a sliding door with wood as well. And I have one twin bed just in my room. It's like blue and white lining the the sheets, and then I'm wearing like a white top and just some pants to go to sleep. My hair's still curly, and I'm like, well, I'll take a shower in the morning or whatever. It was already late. We had already been there with a lot of people. A lot of people were there. A lot of other people had their own little rooms. And then when I woke up from here to that dream, I woke up. There was a meeting. It was a huge living room. It was like a celebration, a ritual. There were many men there, only a few women. I was invited. My friend, and I won't mention his name, I've been best friends with him since second grade. He was there. The man was black, dressed in white. He looked older, and he looked more copper than black. He is sitting by the rectangular two slab table. So there's a table that has two slabs, and it's wooden. And there's two egg shaped glass vases or vases. They also had white in it, like white fluffy flowers and something else. They had a top and a bottom. They had a few things on the top and the bottom, and then I see to my left, and my best friend's boyfriend. He has his boyfriend there, and his boyfriend's, on his phone. And then I go back to the scene, and it took anywhere from 6 to 8 men to lift the table. Then they set it down. The table looked like the table that I had a dream of in 2018 that I told Chad about last week. That we have to record that for the book again. Um, in this other dream, this was back in 2018, when I wake up in that dream in 2018, which is related to this table. And there's a man, there's a girl with, like, there's some people there, men, women. Then they tell me, okay, have a seat. We have wine, we have food there, we ate, and then the table starts flying. So then we turn into this realm where there's white snow that are like flowers falling, and the flowers and the snow and the orbs look like the stuff that's in the vase, in the vases in this dream that I had this morning. And we're just catching them, and then we turn into all full snow. It's Christmas time, and then I look up, and there's a panda up there. Like, the kids movie with the panda. I
Mm-hmm.
I would see those movies with my kids, and he says skadoosh, and then he kicks something off of his hand, and then I see another scene, and there's deer antlers. There's antlers, and then the deer appear with the antlers, and it's just like comical. There's people up in the mountains where it's snowing. It's kind of like Asia somewhere, and
Mm-hmm.
then they come out and say hi to me, and then I wake up. So going back to this dream that I had this morning, I feel that the table could be like the table that, like a spaceship or something. But there's something special about that ritual that happened. Later, I was chosen to be the next carrier of the two vases and the things that were inside, like the white flowers, and a lady with mid length hair, curled, like kind of like sandy brown hair, blondish, helped me to carry it. She had like a flower shirt, blouse, and pants. Um, and I said, well, how long do I need to keep this? And then the man in the ritual said, anywhere from a year to whenever we find somebody to give it, to pass it on to. you're holding these. This is your turn now. And I'm like, what? Why? And they don't explain it. Um, so then there's another table where we took the vases. I was getting ready to take the vases home. Then there's another table to my right. It's kind of like a conference, but it's like really like dark in there. And I see like these two metallic silver half round plates that have head imprinted of one baby and then another baby's head. And it was, how they come out like this, when they're born, like real, you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And they look like cute little babies, and then I'm like, okay, so I was told you have to take those two. And then there was two more silver things that had imprints of their hands and their feet. And then there was a silver spoon. Next scene, I am next scene, okay, I'm wiping down a baby, and then next to the baby is another baby. And I'm like, could this be Max, reincarnated, or what are these babies, and I'm taking care of them. They had bigger heads than usual. Some of the kids have bigger heads when it kind of seemed like maybe they had transpired from being born to like maybe 3 or 4 months old. And I was cleaning them. They were white complected. So I don't know who these babies are. I went back to sleep thinking, what the heck was that table for? Why was the power being transferred to me? What the heck was this all about? Then I fell asleep here. I woke up in freaking James's ring's arms, and he was wearing yellow top and a yellow bottom. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? And there was two women. We were all in the bed. It was a big bed, and it had like red velvet sheet over us, like thick. And then they got up and they said, there was two, maybe about 5'5", and then the other one 5'6". One had curly blondish hair, the other one had straight long hair. We were about maybe 25 years old, all of us or so, or maybe 27. They were serving Pepsi. They got up, they got dressed in these long dresses, very fancy. And one of them asked me if I wanted Pepsi. I said, I don't drink soda, especially not dark soda. I stopped drinking soda years ago. I said, okay, well, we'll go, me and so will go and prepare something for you in the kitchen for when you're getting up. So then I get up and I get all dressed up in this black, beautiful dress with silver. My hair is beautiful, brown, curly, very pretty hair, like I had it in high school. James is making a video in the kitchen. It's a private kitchen. There's a huge party going on. Everybody's dressed up. There's more women than men in here. James is making something, recording something on his phone. He's wearing a maroon shirt and tan pants. And he comes over to me and he's like, we're going to make a video. And I'm like, I don't want to make a video. And he's making the video and I'm like trying to leave. And then my cat Honey's there. And so is my cat, my Russian Blue. But my cat Honey, she's like a very loving angel kind. She comes to my arms and she turns into a little girl. And she has dark brown hair with, bangs, and she's beautiful white and big old light blue eyes, just like she has here. And she's very calming and loving to me here. And I've always wanted to see her in human form. And that's how she showed me, because I've seen Lola before in human form, where she has the red curly hair and she's in like Victorian age. She has her eyes like half moons. And then she's wearing a dress that is lace up to her neck, and she's staring at me. And then I blink again and it's Lola. Now I was just barely coming out from a dream and it's her. So now I have to see Kiki, my Russian Blue, right? But going back to this dream, I go outside because I'm hugging my cat and I'm like, I don't want to be here. I go outside. Apparently, I have a duffel bag that's like netted, black and clear, in a storage place, and I have a track phone. And I call my kids and I say, hey, I'm being taken. And if something happens to me, I didn't kill myself. And then James sends this other guy. He's looking for me. So he sends a short man, heavy set, wearing a blue button-down shirt. He has like a hose in his hand, and then he has a maroon hat. He checks on me. He's like, so who was that you called? And I laughed and I said, LOL. I wrote down LOL. It was my shrink. He goes, oh, okay. So then he steps into a yellow short bus that's where he's living, outside of James's house, apparently. And it's kind of like desert area, but the houses are not too close, but they're kind of not kind of far, but not too close. It's kind of like you have to walk maybe half an acre to get to them. Um, then I go back inside. There's the women are all dressed up, drinking champagne. There is a girl in a black dress, sleeveless, furry bottom, short. She's about 22, 23 years old, maybe, and her mom's there. And she looks like she says she's lost a clear charm. It's circular, clear. It has like maybe one spot that I can see that's kind of like pinkish red and light yellow. And I go looking for it, and there's another storage inside, but I have to go downhill. But this little storage is inside the place. And I pick it up and I give it to her, and then I find all these other crystals there for me. And then the mom says, "Thank you. I'm going to reward you with some jewelry." And I'm like, "You don't have to." She rewarded me with some jewelry, beautiful earrings, just a bunch of stuff. And then I turn back down to where the steep hill is. Like it's kind of like now it seems like we're in the backstage to go perform or something. But I go downstairs, down again. It's a hill going down, and I by the storage, and I see these three younger guys. It's actually a fog that comes up, and then three younger men in caps, like in maroon caps and t-shirts, go like that. They throw something to the audience, but downstairs, maybe for them not to go up. I don't know. It's a fog. I've seen that fog in my dreams and everything. And I've had a regression with Misha Johnson, and I figured out that fog. I was trained. I was in a mosque, and I was a boy back then, and I was trained to do the fog thing, the smoke. But anyway, then I look at what they just did, and I start walking, like booking it up the hill to go to the stage, and it looks like a stage, and the party's still going on, and I wake up. And that's that for today. Thank you.
Yeah. That sounds like a ritual then, huh? Like you was having seems like you was having the babies. You had two babies? Sounds
That's what
like you
it
had
seems
two
like.
babies. So I
Hmm.
don't know who they are, but do you think that they were Rink's babies, or do you
I don't
think
know. They were mine though, but this is before Rinks's thing. No,
okay,
I don't think they're his. No, this
you
is before the yeah.
that part, yeah. So
Yeah.
you was already on the table, and then you it's like you had the babies and they came to life or something. You're
Oh
cleaning them off.
wow.
I'm
Yeah.
just
I
asking.
was cleaning them off. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
one boy here, and the other one, I think it could be a girl or it could be a boy. I didn't check in my dream, but I was cleaning the baby boy's hands because I was
Mhm.
cleaning them. I had just given a bath, and I'm cleaning one, and then I was going to clean the other. I was not on the table, but they lifted the table, and then that's when they gave me the vases, and then that's when we went to the other table, found those baby imprints, and then the next thing I'm cleaning the baby. So I must have had the two babies because I
Mhm.
have been used in the
So,
surrogate program, and I've had a ghost pregnancy or two.
mhm.
So
Did you see Max in there or in anywhere?
no,
Okay.
no,
So I wouldn't I just think that these are just some new babies that of
yeah.
yours. But maybe they might have Max's do you think Max's DNA then? Or do you think is that what you think?
I
Yeah?
I feel that
Mhm.
it's Max's. Like I felt like that, but I don't want to say. But it did
Yeah.
feel like that.
Mhm. Yeah, go with
It
what you
felt
feel
like
then.
baby Max, like it felt like the baby boy was either Max or his DNA. And I don't know
Mhm.
about the other baby, but they're both mine. And it
Yeah.
was just weird. I was thinking, well, maybe it was just my thoughts, just thinking about. I'm asking Max, where are you? Like I miss you. We all miss you. We love you. We hope that you made it home where you wanted to be. You said you were
Mhm.
coming back, and I was just like tearing up and like this whole thing, even just waking up to this in 2017, it's like I still have to pinch myself and ask, am I crazy? Like, no, like this shit's that we've been through, all of us. And, we found our family here. I found you, I found Chad. And it's like I'm reconnecting with my old friends because they had told me, these two people that I don't want to say who had told me, look at what this person is saying. Look at what that guy is saying. Look what
Mhm.
and they've been on your show and look at what they've done to you. And you should probably maybe not talk to them. So it's like I was infiltrated that way too by two people that I thought were my
Yeah. I know.
my
It
people.
hurts. It
It
hurts when you
does.
do, yeah. It hurts because we feel everything. Because I know you're Pisces too, and I'm
Yeah.
Cancer. So we feel, everything, all the emotional stuff, and hold it in and everything too, but absorb it and everything. So it does hurt when people deceive us or go behind our back or say things all of a sudden, then it throws us off, and then we're like twisted up for several days until we can process it and then come back to, you know, unless we have someone like you have Chad to talk to, he's grounded.
Thank you, Chad.
He's kind of your grounding tool, he's there to help you ground back into reality.
Yes,
He's like
and
a
he's
solid,
also,
he's like
yeah, also,
your anchor in a way, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
And he's also like, I discovered a month ago or so that he was my warrior and guardian and brother from another other dreams that I've had where I'm the high priestess of the House of Orange, Gibraltar, and the King's Men. And
yeah,
that stuff was also verified by these two people long ago. And I just kept channeling like myself, like, why am I listening to this like for
yeah.
2 years? And finally, boom, it came through while I was reading this book, this series.
What is
There's
that?
12 books. It's called PC Cast, Kristen Cast, The House of
On
Night
Oh yeah.
novel.
Mhm.
And it verified. Can you believe that I found two books out of the 12 in 2018 or
Will
20,
you
yeah,
show me the
2017 or
cover?
2018.
Will you show me
Yeah,
the
and
cover?
and I finally was able to buy all 12 of them
Hidden.
in November
Mhm.
before my surgeries, and it's 12 of these, and I'm on the 10th book right now. And I was telling Chad about it, and I'm like, these are shown to us in books. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Thank you.
No, it's okay. You don't have to mute. Don't mute. Don't mute yourself. Yeah, because we're still talking about everything, you know? Yeah. So it's a conversation. Yeah. Not a
Okay.
professional meeting. I
I
like it
just
when
feel
we're
that
all
everything is
available.
professional. The way I was trained, the way I was, in high school, I in junior high, you got to have a suit, you got to have your briefcase, you have to have your resume, you have to speak
Yeah.
very, I was in academic decathlon for many years going through schools, and I had to be very professional. So sometimes I'm
Mhm.
not professional, but it just depends. Sorry.
Mhm. No, it's okay. Some people
Thank
are
you.
really, really like that, like with the muting yourself, but it cuts you off from the whole thing when you do that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like it cut,
okay.
like when you, as soon as you did that, then I felt like you left the group or some, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, so
Thank
stay
you.
on. So, because we
You're
have
so
conversations.
sweet.
Oh,
Thank
huh?
you.
I'm just myself. I just see kind of how people, I read the energy with everybody. So I'm different with everybody, how, according to their energy, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's how I kind of do. But I try to help where I can and to help you kind of see that, your dreams are more your experiences, and you're not crazy,
Thank
nothing like
you.
that. Yeah. So don't even think that. And, so I don't, do you want to read a second dream, or was that the
Those
two?
They were three dreams. There were three
Okay.
dreams.
Mhm.
Everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
hmm
Yeah. So
There's
I don't,
there's plenty of other dreams. When I'm where I'm fighting and where I'm, yeah, being pointed guns at me. I've told Chad about them. It's all I've. It's been a struggle. I've been fighting a lot, and then I had another dream where I was finally taken care of. I was in a limousine, and I was actually, you know, they gave me, what I needed to not just survive, but I felt like they finally listened to me. This was in 2018. And I looked around and I'm like, I'm in the limo. I'm like, wow, I'm finally being like, like rewarded, like, good job. But I try not to think about too much because I have many dreams where I'm still battling the dark angels and then the dark dragons because I'm also a dragon, but um, and fighting, and also in being in SWAT vehicles and being in uniform as a police officer, being in uniform for the military, being a man in Germany. I had my own squad. It was snowing. I was a male German male. I'm sorry, commander or whatever, and I was given more orders. There's a Russian spy. I sometimes will wake up speaking Russian, German. I do speak a little Italian because that's my family background too. And or I'll hear angelic music as I'm waking up. And I never, for 3 years now, I'm not listening to any music when I go to sleep, like the meditation stuff. I won't. I just
Mm,
have a fan on for the
yeah,
white noise, and
me too.
I'm very in tune with. I feel, Christy, I don't know if it happened to you and Chad and the audience, but ever since I started clearing more things, I even had a clearing done 2 Fridays ago with my friend Aurelia Codes. She did singing bowls, and we did a lot of things together. And then the next day, I was attacked by the werewolves. That I think I've
Okay.
told you about that dream. And because I
Yeah.
wouldn't go with the darkness, so they did a lot of stuff. I've already talked about it in the show with Sean Bond, so if you guys want to listen to that later. But I keep going, and the more that I clear programming, and the more that I detach myself from parasitical people, will say, that have those things attached to their aura, the more sensitive I become, because I was born a sensitive.
Hmm.
And my mom would always make fun of me. She even has pictures of me, yeah, trying to say agua, water. I couldn't speak very well. And her and her family would make fun of me because I couldn't, like, I thought everything and I sang and I could see things, movies and music, but it was hard for me to speak. So they put me in Head Start for that and English as a second language for 12 years, 13 years.
Hmm.
And but I managed, now that I'm back. She would always shut me down, my mom. No, no, that's of the devil. You don't. The dreams, I would tell her, oh no, that's, of the devil. And then my dad would punish me the way they punished him, putting me in rooms, in my room, and he would say, the devil's there, he's going to get you, because that's
Oh
the
my
same thing
God.
that, yeah,
Wow.
that's the same thing they did to my father when he was little.
Oh my
And
God.
finally my mom, after like years and years, I think I was like 12 when she finally told him, you can't be putting her, or 13, like right before he took his life. She said, you can't be putting her in the room like that and saying that. So he
Hmm.
finally stopped, but then he left me, he killed himself. And it's been a journey, but now I'm finding that the more peace I have, the more clearing, the more I go into myself, the more sensitive I can hear things more better. Even though I'm a musician, I can hear a lot of. I mean, I can see,
Oh,
hear. I have a lot of abilities, but now my crystal is more pure. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know. I feel that when you said that. I felt that. It made my
yeah,
eyes get teary.
yeah.
It's
It's
the
pretty hard.
trauma. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I always, that's how I feel it because it hits me in the, then my eyes get teary because I've,
I know.
because
Like
it's
my
like,
throat is like, oh.
mhm. Yeah. So I
Thank you.
feel, I'm like a filler, so
Hmm.
like the cancer zodiac sign is they feel everything just like Pisces,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
we're emotional. And so we have ups and downs, but mostly it's because we absorb everything, we feel everything and absorb it because we're empaths. So, and then
Hmm.
we just send, like, we mirror it back to the people too. And so when they don't understand, when we're mirroring it back to them, then we get in trouble. So, but it's just how
Yeah.
they're giving us that, so we're giving it back to them, you know. So it makes it difficult to have. What was your mom's sign? Her zodiac sign.
Sagittarius, and my dad was Cancer.
Oh,
He was
okay.
more, he was, I miss him because he was like my
Oh yeah.
hero.
Mhm.
Yeah. What about
Mhm.
you, Chad? I don't want to keep you out of this.
Chad is an Aries. Chad's an
I'm
Oh,
Aries.
that's
Aries.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He don't
Mhm.
give a.
You
Yeah.
remember that, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I
That's right.
remember.
Yeah,
That's how
that's right.
I relate to people, is asking them what their zodiac sign is, because I know about each sign and how kind of some of the characteristics are, and then how they relate to people and how they're that. So I kind of relate to people in that way, you know.
Yeah. I definitely have the fire of
Hmm.
this morning I was feeling it, I felt the
Oh,
rage in the fire,
I
but
didn't. I just saw the door open and I didn't know that somebody was there too. And I did. I was like, oh
so, yeah,
shit.
My sister.
That's a haunted place. I thought that. It's not, I know. But I just, you know how you
Yeah.
do.
I do remember Chad's sign because my sister is Aries and they are just they don't care. Like they do what they're gonna do and I admire
Oh
that.
yeah.
Which of course we do too, but we're more like sensitive and then
Yeah.
what if we hurt them with what we
Oh
say?
yeah.
You know, we're more and they're like,
Empathic.
ah
Mhm.
we don't
No,
care.
Aries does not. They just they're the front. They're the front of the line. You know, they're the first of the zodiac sign. So
Yeah.
they're gonna be in the front, and then they're gonna be the warriors, and they're fire. So they're not. They're just gonna go. They're not gonna look and see if anybody's behind them or not. They're just gonna go. You know, and do that. So, and if
I
they,
call it trail blazing.
yeah. Hmm.
You know,
You know,
or
I
the
just seen you
trail
like
follows me. The trail
I just,
follows me.
I just seen you as the Flash, you know,
I don't
the
follow the
Marvel, the
trail.
Flash. I seen you running really fast, so I think you'd like run real fast too. You know,
I think
like
I've heard that before.
like one of your aspects. You know.
Oh my gosh. Now that you said that, Chad, can I tell him about what happened the other day
Hmm.
with the bus? Because he just reminded me. So 2 days ago, my daughter gifted me a massage thing at the mall, and I went out and I had my boot heels, my dress, everything. I was like, okay, the bus should be here any minute. So then, as I'm going out, the bus is like at the crossroad, and I'm booking it. I'm like, wow, I'm running, and I'm still not done healing. I still have, to fill in where what they did, and I'm like, oh, I'm actually running. I was booking it with my heels and running with my purse. And then I'm like, hey, I went like that to him. And my thing was green for the crosswalk. And I kept running. I'm like, oh, good. I went like that to the guy. I'm like, hey, I'm right here. Well, guess what? He kept going and going. So he almost hit me with the middle of his bus.
Oh my
And I'm
goodness.
like, mother effer. So I booked it. I started running backward then. And I'm like, oh shit. I told Chad I felt like the female of Jason Bourne. But I
Yeah.
made it. I
5 inch
made
hills.
it. Huh?
Hmm.
And 5 inch hills.
And five
Yeah.
inch heels with
Yeah.
my boots. I was running in
Hmm.
my Dooney and Burke, right? My purse. My daughter and my son gave me that for Christmas.
Hmm.
I've always wanted one, and I'm like, fuck yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm running, and then fuck, am I gonna die? And there was like this flash. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't light. It wasn't nothing. It just I knew what to do. Like boom, it hit me in the head, and I just started running backward. And I'm looking at the traffic. Am I
Yeah.
gonna get hit from another car? And then I
Yeah.
get on the car, and like a freaking autistic woman that I am, I'm laughing at myself right now because I told my daughter because my daughter texted me. She's like, "Mom, did you apologize? You better not say you're sorry." And I said, "I'm sorry, sir. I just had cancer removed, and I would have run faster."
Oh God.
I felt like so dumb, like so silly, but it just
Hmm.
I love
Hmm.
myself. I don't care what people
Hmm.
think. Like if I'm
Hmm.
dumb or whatever to them, I don't care. I saved my
Oh yeah.
ass. I saved
It
my
doesn't matter.
life.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'll save
Yeah.
other people's lives.
Hmm.
But I
Hmm.
told Chad and Chad started laughing. LOL.
That's cool though that you were running. You know, and
Yeah,
it's
I can
like
run
an
now.
adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like if
and
you have to.
yeah, but you know what I find interesting is the guy didn't even say anything to me. He just
Oh,
looked at me, opened the door, nothing. He did not apologize,
he's
nothing. He was like a
probably
robot.
soulless. Uh-huh. Probably soulless, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh. I think so. Because they're probably
yeah.
programmed to just to do their things, you know, and all that.
Hmm.
So I bet I, do you think it's like an NPC, the non-player, whatever they're called,
Yeah,
character?
he was like he had a cap on, like the reddish hair, and then long red beard and heavy set and sunglasses, and he just looked at me
Mm-hmm.
when I said
Like a
that, and
robot.
then he just drove.
Oh, okay. That's robotic. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
and there was
Mm-hmm.
only one person in the bus. It was a homeless guy.
Oh, okay.
So it was weird.
Mm-hmm. That was like
Maybe
an
they wanted to kill me. I don't know.
I don't know. It was kind of like a shift in reality too, you know,
Yes,
like that,
big
you know.
time.
Yeah, and you could
And
run all of
then
a sudden really fast in heels, you know, too.
yeah, because
So
I'm a runner too. I run really fast, but because it's been 6 months since the three surgeries, two blood transfusions, I
yeah.
was not able to run.
Hmm.
But yesterday I proved it to myself that I can run now. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Hmm.
Ready
To
for mission, sir.
yeah, to train. to do your
Yeah.
training and stuff when
Here.
you feel
Yeah.
like it, but not
Hmm.
overdoing it every day,
Right.
because you don't want to do
Right.
that either,
Yeah, and the massage, I had a Asian lady do it. She hardly spoke English, but god dang it, I'm so happy. And I was in pain that night, but yesterday, I felt like instead of my shoulders being up like that, I was like
Mm-hmm.
there was six different balls, like six different knots, and I totally felt a release in my body from
Good.
stress because my car went. They're also attacking me with my car. My son already spent $600 on it this year, and now they're telling me that I need a new motor. And I'm like, well, fuck it then. Excuse my language. I'll just take the bus or walk. I always walk to my appointments anyway. I can
Mm-hmm.
walk a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that it. But at first, I was like, man, now I need another. Now this situation, you know. And then my laptop went kaput. You saw that with us trying to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like I'm still not giving up, yo. I'm still
Mm-hmm.
here.
Good. Yeah. Can't
So
give up, not at all, because
no.
I like look for your stuff now, like I look for you with your energy and everything, like like you're my sister, you know what I
I
mean?
was
So
looking for you too last night too. Like every night I go to sleep thinking of you guys, my friends, Chad,
mhm.
Christy, because I know I told Chad yesterday, I'm like, I know her, I know her. And as soon as I met you, the next day I had that dream of you where we're,
Mhm.
with that Asian guy trying to get stuff and he burns himself up. It's crazy. Like
Mhm.
I'm meeting my
Started,
family here.
Yeah.
yeah, I started sending you telepathy yesterday for the first time, Veronica, just to say hi and connect with you. I used to have a
Oh my
way
gosh.
back in my youth that I would do it with. We were very good with
Yay.
each other that way. So I'm like, let me work on this connection again, and
Yeah, it did work because I was thinking about you. I
it's
was thinking,
intimate, to be
yeah,
Mhm.
telepathic
Mhm.
with someone because you have to
Mhm.
connect with their energy and know them, and be vulnerable.
Mhm.
So yeah, I felt
Mhm.
like doing it, but
it's
Like
weird because you're sorry because Chad's always telling me you read my mind reader, and I'm
yeah,
like,
Mhm.
you do.
yeah, and
You
now
do.
you're coming back to do it with me, so I'm really grateful because you
Yeah.
send it to me, and it's weird. I was like texting you, like, hey,
Yeah,
like
that's
about the
true.
recording.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's good. Y'all are connecting better now. Like
I'm
hmm
gonna
you're
start working on it. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't do, but I will. I'll start working.
Mhm.
I've been a bad boy for 2 years. I
I think it's just like a radio, and then you're just trying to find the song,
yeah.
and find Veronica's song.
hmm
And she doesn't
Oh,
always like to listen to the same songs. So you're
I
trying to
don't.
find her. So you just have to broadcast your own song and she'll find you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
enough. Yes, that's
Yeah. Cause she
exactly it,
goes
Christy.
all over the place with her
I go
music.
everywhere.
But you're just like this. You'll listen to this
mhm.
station on your and not change the songs. But like me and Veronica, we like switching songs. We don't.
Yes,
It's too. We gonna have like ADHD, and you're just like,
yes, yes.
and then Chad is like, okay, guess you don't want to hear the rest of that song,
Yeah,
you
like when
know.
I'm watching a movie, when I'm
Uh-huh.
watching a movie, I'm on my phone and then I'm like reading at the same time, and I'm
I
like,
know, me too.
well, I guess
Same.
it's weird how we learn.
I
It's
can't.
different.
I have to listen to audiobook. I like to listen to audiobook, but I can
Me too.
draw and I can do other things too, like all at once. So like just to sit there and read a book, then my mind is like going to like I'll have to draw in the book to be able to and I'm just like
I like it.
I just kind of mess up the whole book cuz I'm drawing all kinds of stuff in the book too, but you know, I don't know, I'm
I
like that
say
too in the
drawing
reading.
like you do. I say
Yeah.
drawing like you do, and my kids do too. My daughter still says the words that we used to say when they were kids. Yeah. And Chad too. I know when we're on the phone, like he'll say stuff. Like we never correct each other because we know we don't have to. My mother would always correct me. But it's like we know because it's like an autism, like it's not autism, it's a star thing being. It's a
Mhm.
star crystalline thing that we're so advanced that it's like I don't got time to correct myself over the word. You get me.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah.
Chad?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's just like just broadcast your own song, Chad, and then she'll pick it up. Like just
Okay.
whatever you want to tune into, like I whatever it is that you're thinking of.
Yeah.
But you
Abba.
just focus, yeah,
Bee Gees.
oranges, eating oranges, and just focus on eating oranges,
Mm.
Got you.
and then she'll pick it up. But send it to her, send her the song, like you're sending her the music, like listen to this, eating oranges, Veronica. And then
I
she'll
will.
say, huh? She'll say, what?
I will tell. Yeah,
You
I
hear
will
that?
tell you privately though,
Okay.
Chad, what you can eat so that I can pick it up. It was in my dream that I told you, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you guys in private.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to, what is the time? 3:33 right now. Let's end it.
Woo!
Yeah, let's end it, okay?
What about the cards? Do you want to do the cards or no?
Another time. Let's do them
Okay,
another time, okay?
sounds great. Thank
Okay,
you
do you
guys.
want to end it?
Bye.